Devin Zoolander and Ray Carrington doing an interview, take one, and action. Yo, what do they call me? They call me Devin Zoolander. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Yeah, they call me Devin Zoolander. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And I look good on camera. You know I look good on camera. Yo, what's up? It's your homie, Devin Zoolander, coming all the way live from my domicile. And today is a very special episode of the Devin Zoolander Show because right here I have with me professional branding photographer, Ray Carrington. Ray, tell him how you feel today, man.
What's going on, man?
We chilling. You know, I'm clapping too. You know what I'm saying? I'm good too.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Thank you for having me.
No problem, man, and I'm really glad to have you here just because, you know, I think I first met you when Fu and the family, we all went to Penn State Erie, and we turned that whole place out, and then I got to come back, like, I think it was like a couple months later and host a fashion show that they had there, so some great memories from that experience, and since then, I've seen you blossom a lot, like you've done work with Young Black Pittsburgh, you've done work obviously with Fu, you've done work with, more recently, Dominique Jasmine, like you're her go-to photographer whenever she needs professional photos for one of her clients for their website rebranding, and I just see what you're doing, man. You're traveling, and you're just doing so many great things, so I want to commend you on the growth that you've been able to experience over these past few years.
I appreciate that for sure, man.
Yeah.
It might sound funny, but you're actually one of the first people I got to take a picture of, whether you know it or not.
Right. It's probably because I never got that picture. But it's cool. But nah, that's dope, though. That's dope.
Yeah. So yeah, because that was actually my first kind of how I got started. So kind of a short backstory. So I went to Pittsburgh Technical College for graphic design, actually. During that time, we had to take like a mandatory like photography elective class. So that's how I got my first camera originally. So I kind of took that class. You know, it was cool. Yeah. I was like, but I ain't really about to be, you know, just out doing this. It was like, oh, I know how to do that. So, it wasn't until maybe a year or so after I graduated, I kind of still had the camera. And, you know, my mom and family members like, oh, you should bring your camera and you can come take pictures of this. And I'm like, I ain't really trying to, but I mean, I guess. Yeah. You know, so, but then after that, I started posting some stuff on IG, and then Pastor RJ, a friend of Fu, he actually reached out to me and like, hey, there's this guy Fu, he's putting on these, you know, poetry slams and things like that, and I think you should take pictures of it. You have a good eye and things like that. So that's how me and Fu connected. And what was it called? What was the first?
Canvas of Words?
Was it Canvas? Was that the first one?
Or they had another, I forget. He had a couple names. I know there was Canvas, does my opinion, I don't know. He had so many different
I think
names.
The Canvas of Words series was the first. That's where I officially started at. So that was like my first gig. Yeah. And of course you were there, I believe. Yep. So yeah, you were one of the first. You know, you got one of the first Ray Carrington originals, man. Absolutely, man.
Well, that is a true honor because I always I don't get on stage quite as much as I used to, but I love being on stage, and the fact that you and Fu were able to work together, and he was able to take a young brother, not somebody that's this super experienced photographer that's going to charge them an exorbitant amount of money, but somebody that's on the come up that just wants an opportunity, and for y'all to be able to work together, that's really special.
Right, yeah, definitely shout out to him.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Fu. Yeah. Shout out to also Chantel too, because like they got the. Oh wait, I know. I can hold on. I forgot. I haven't even looked at these yet.
Oh man.
Right. So yeah. So shout out to Chantel Peterson or Chantel Kelly if she's not going by the government. But we got these cards right here. Black trivia culture. You can hold those real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Feel me?
Shout out to Chantel. Shout out to Fu. Love both of y'all, and thank you for giving my man Ray that opportunity because he took that and he ran with it, and now he's the man. Yeah.
Appreciate that, man.
So to move on, well, first I want to go back to how you said that you had to do a photography project when you were taking that course in college. Yeah. But before then, what brought you to Pittsburgh Technical College?
So, you know, like in high school, I don't know if they did this for you guys or not, but you ever have like the college representatives kind of come in and speak in class?
Yeah, definitely.
So I remember the guy came in, had his little suit on or whatever, and I just remember him like writing on the board. And honestly, I really wasn't paying attention to much of what he was talking about, but he handed out this little pamphlet or whatever, and I was just kind of looking through it, and because at that time I didn't really know what I wanted to go to college for, or even if I really wanted to go to college. And I was kind of flipping through it, and I seen graphic design. I'm like, what's graphic design? Because I was like into art, and I drew a lot, and painted a little bit. So I was like, it sounds like it could be like something visual. So I was like, let me check this out. And then I set up a tour. Me and my mom went out to view the college, and I was like, I think I want to go here.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So pretty much straight like that.
It's just interesting to me because, like you said, you started out, you used to draw a lot and you did some painting. But to be able to move and transition from that form of art to the art of photography, to me, is a really interesting transition.
Yeah, definitely. And it was really unexpected. Like I said, like the photography thing got kind of introduced to me there, but it wasn't like I was just kind of like, oh, that's cool. Yeah. I'm going to just stick with this graphic design and stuff and make my flyers and logos,
Right.
That's my thing.
I got you. Well, I'm glad that whatever clicked after you did that photography course and you started to get some professional jobs going on, I'm glad that it resulted in you having your own business today.